St Lucia, the tiny Caribbean island, sometimes referred to as the Helen of the West Indies, is home to approximately 185,671 people. Located near the equator, between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, this nation's sunny beaches make it a popular tourist destination. But local festivities are another sight to behold, from casual Grizzly Friday night outings to the grandeur of St Lucian Carnival. I think it's fair to say we know how to have a good time. With many holidays on our calendars, we get quite a bit of free time. But as this holiday comes around, I wonder, why do we recognize National Day in December if we celebrate Independence Day on the 22nd of February? So, what is National Day? Every year, on the 13th day of December, St. Lucian people recognize the public holiday, National Day, written on our calendars, a day off from work and school, and a day of rest. But what really is this holiday celebrating? Surely, as this day suggests, is a day to bask in the pride of being a St. Lucian, a day for national pride, to celebrate our culture and heritage, what it means to be a Lucian. Generally, National Day is a day recognized by a country to celebrate the nation's culture, national pride, or some significant event related to the nation. St. Lucia's National Day falls on the same date as the feast of St. Lucy of Syracuse. St. Lucy, born in Italy, is a saint of the blind and was known for feeding the poor and homebound individuals. Being that the country is named after her, St. Lucia's National Day is not only a day to celebrate nationalhood, but is also a Christian holiday that celebrates the feast of the saint this beautiful island nation is named after. Initially, the island was called Ayanola by its first known inhabitants, the Arawaks. Then later, when another indigenous group, the Caribs, took over, the island was called Uranora. Although not yet colonized by Europeans, it is believed that in the 1500s, a Spanish ship wrecked ashore the island, and upon then it was once again renamed, this time called Santa Lucia, or in English, St. Lucia. The 1600s saw the Europeans conquer and colonize the island, bringing West African slaves to work on sugarcane plantations for the benefit of the European economy, while some Europeans also inhabited the island during that time. The French and English in particular battled several years for possession of the land, commonly known to be 7 times British and 7 times French, as possession was changed 14 times. The French eventually surrendered the island to Britain in 1814. Today, many influences from French, English, African, and indigenous cultures are still very much visible on the island. A cultural buoy, if you'd like. Although a complicated and conflicted history of colonization precedes us, a strong love and appreciation is shown for our African heritage, enjoying the traditional braiding of hair, the Madras clothing, and African prints, as well as the modern music from Afrobeat artists, to name a few. Not to mention the ethnic majority on the island most likely stems from African descendants, while perhaps a few drops of European blood as well. If we look closely, many of our St. Lucian surnames and streets are from European languages. Undoubtedly, language is one of the biggest influences of our European heritage. But does this make an argument in support of our very own Creole? Creole is a French Creole language spoken by St. Lucians, typically more often spoken in rural areas or by some older generations. Supposedly, this Creole was developed when slaves morphed their European masters' language into one they could communicate amongst themselves. But today, it seems that the language is being lost as the country seeks to become a more developed nation, which begs the question, are we losing a part of our culture in the process? Some argue that the language is a sad reminder of the brutal history of slavery, while some say it is a part of who we are and should embrace it as a cultural token. Given that the language was developed on island and is rather specific to the country, merits its status as a national symbol. Another major influence has been our strong Christian background, recognized in many Christian holidays throughout the year, including perhaps the Feast of St. Lucy on National Day. Christianity was introduced to our people from our European colonizers, and despite being a majority Christian nation for many decades, it's another aspect of our culture that seems to be on the decline. Religion, although a sensitive topic, plays a vital role in providing a moral guide to society. Religion puts a penalty on moralities, a lot of which are present in today's society. In all honesty, different organizations of faith, Baptist, Catholic, and Adventist, mostly hold the same core values, so a bit more unity and faith can go a long way in holding this country together, particularly in these changing times. National Day provides the opportunity to come together and celebrate as one people in solidarity and support of one another. A gentle reminder of our past and how far we have come. How far on the spectrum of success can be another discussion, but for now, it's time to sit back and thank God for the beauties this life and this nation has given to us. Days like these are very simplistic, but the complexities behind them are what make them so special. A day for togetherness, peace, and camaraderie. A day to embrace all our country has to offer. The mouth-watering food, the entrancing music, and the amazing people who have achieved major accomplishments as we strive to make our own while supporting our fellow Lucians, as we continue to care for the land, the people, the light.